if passed, a bill to make Iowa's government smaller could have widespread impact on the state services you depend on. Right now, Iowa's government is made up of 37 separate agencies, but Governor Reynolds' goal is to reduce that number to 16. KCCI Chief Political Correspondent Amanda Rooker is here with why the governor believes this is necessary. Amanda.
Steve, this is a massive overhaul of Iowa's state government. If passed, it would change which different state agencies are in charge of which different things and how they deliver services to Iowans. As you mentioned, right now, Iowa has 37 state agencies. Those are things like the Department of Education or the Department of Economic Development. What this bill would do is it would merge those state agencies, bringing that number, as you mentioned, down to 16. Now, the governor's office has said that this will not result in any state workers being fired. Her office also estimates that this will save the state budget nearly $215 million over the course of 4 years. In her condition of the state address last month, Governor Reynolds argued that this plan is necessary to streamline state government and help state workers do the best job they can do for Iowa taxpayers.
That talent can't meet its full potential when it's hampered by a fractured structure that's run on autopilot for decades.
But there are a lot of concerns around this bill. Democrats worry it's a 1,500-page bill, that there may be pieces in there that get overlooked, small details that could have massive unintended consequences for some communities of Iowans and could cut back on needed services.
The reality is people will not appreciate some of these impacts until after this bill is enacted and they are affected by some of the services these agencies used to provide that are no longer able to function the way they used to.
Now, one example of those concerns is some deaf Iowans are concerned about the impact this bill would have for Iowa's deaf community. We heard today from some parents, from some deaf students on what those impacts